Hello, if there's anyone that comes on here, if you read the description of this video, I literally am sitting here eating cereal, trying to make sense of it all. In this world of craziness, this world of death and destruction, and for what? A little bit of money, a little bit of power, or a lot of money and a lot of power. When it comes to the heads of state, I suppose. Well, we got somebody in here, looks like. I don't know who. But thanks for dropping by as I eat my cereal. Hey, 70B2. Thanks for dropping by. I just thought I'd go on for a little while. I don't know if for all of you out there who are House Sparks fans, we usually watch Hal. There may be others that come in the chat who have no idea who Hal Sparks is. I don't know. But for my fellow sparklers out there, if Hal comes on at 3, then I'll go ahead and I'll shut her down and go over there. I know he is traveling. I believe he is in the Dallas area or Austin, maybe. And that's a 2-hour time difference from here. I know he's performing, with his band, with Nerd Halen. So I'm not sure if he was going to be able to do a show today. If he's not, then maybe we'll hang out here for a couple hours, chit chat. But if he does go live from over there, then we'll go over there. So 70B2 is making cinnamon rolls. That sounds nice. Which that's making the house smell nice and cinnamony. Cinnamony. Nothing beats a fresh baked cinnamon roll. Fresh out of the oven. I'll tell you that for sure, by golly. Sonia, I was going to do a morning show this morning, and I didn't because I didn't end up going to sleep until about 4:30 in the morning. I was out Ubering. Well, by the time I stopped last night, it was after 2, around 2, I guess. I think it was after 2. Yeah, about 2:15 or 2:30, I think. And then I always like to charge the Tesla up after, just because it's so cheap at that hour to charge. So I did that. Got back here. I guess it was after 3. And then whenever I get home, I I don't know, I feel like, I watch some TV or, I just don't go right to sleep. I go, I'm kind of up for a while. So by the time I fell asleep or got to sleep, it was around 4:30. So I woke up too late to do. I was gonna try to do like a 9 a.m. and that didn't work out. And then I've just been lounging around. I woke up around noon, I guess. So I've been watching the news and listening to Randy Rhoads and trying to see what's going on in the Middle East, in Israel and Gaza. It's a lot of craziness. I mean, there's a lot of just sickening, disgusting things coming out of there of what Hamas did and is doing. Last night I was driving and near just out of Freebuy Street, there's the downtown area, the sort of civic center area, I guess, of, you'd call it, of Vegas, where they've got county offices, county courtrooms, and they also have federal buildings and federal courthouses and stuff. And I think it was right around one of the federal courthouses. I was driving up Las Vegas Boulevard, and all of a sudden, there's this huge protest going on. And it was all pretty orderly, though. Seemed, at the time that I was there, it was peaceful, I guess. But you're on Las Vegas Boulevard, and so as I'm driving south, there's sort of like a middle divide in the street, a median type of thing. And so on one side of the street, on my right, was all these people with like Israeli flags. I mean, there was hundreds of them, maybe even thousands, or at least in the hundreds, a few hundred people, all lined up on the sidewalk and against the buildings there. Then on the left side was about an equal number, it looked like, from what I could see, just from driving by real quick. A few hundred people, I guess. All with a different flag. And I didn't know what the flag was. And I had passengers in the car with me. And I just like, whoa. And then in that median, in the middle, was just a line of cops. They were just all just standing there, kind of keeping the two sides, making sure they didn't cross over or, whatever. And, we just drove through. The streets were still open. They hadn't blocked the streets or anything. And so as we're driving, I go, oh, so those must be like Israeli protesters. And I looked over the other side. I go, I guess is that like Palestinians or Hamas? Because I wasn't familiar with the flag, and then my passenger, she said that was Iranian flag. And I'm like, what the hell is Iranian people? What are they fucking protesting? They have nothing to fucking. What's their beef? I mean, the charges have been, just in the media. I'm not saying like there's like, official court charges, but people are saying, that Iranian Iran, you know, backed Hamas. So I don't know what they were out there protesting. Are they protesting because they're pissed off because people are saying that? And they're saying, no, that's not true? Or are they pissed off because they're saying that they support Hamas? Like, you know. And if that's the case, then to all those people, I say, fuck you. You, supporters of Hamas, are a bunch of fucking assholes, and you can go fuck yourselves. But I'm not sure why they were there. I mean, maybe that was it. Maybe they're there supporting Hamas. I don't know what else they would be out there for. You know, unless they were, you know, they weren't there to support Israel, I don't think. So I don't know what the Iranian people in Las Vegas were protesting, other than their support for terrorism, I guess. I guess I should maybe try to find some news articles on it. You know, that might be helpful. Let's see. Let's see if I can find anything here. From these Las Vegas protests last night. I drove right through it. I mean, you know, a little portion of it. Let's just see what happens when I put that in. This was from 19 hours ago. There's video. Police increased presence. I saw lots of cops. Not only did they have all the entire median just lined up with cops, then a few blocks down, I saw a whole bunch of cops just staging, like a bunch of cop cars. They were just sort of parked, kind of ready, at the ready, you know. And then on the other side, I saw another other side of kind of not quite Fremont Street, but around that area, there was a bunch of way more cops than usual. But, you know, there's always a lot of cops because there's always a lot of stuff going on. Not even protesting, but just stuff. You know, there's always big crowds of people for music festivals and things of this nature. And so there's always a pretty big, you know, presence, I guess, of cops. But last night it was like way more than usual. It was like 5 times as usual, you know, 5 times as much. So here is, okay, so I guess the rally, they're calling it a rally. There's a pro-Israel rally and a pro-Palestinian rally. and I think, let's see if we can get, there's some audio.
Assisting in evacuating U.S. citizens out of Israel. Charter flights will be arranged for those who are seeking to leave following the Hamas attack. Now, back at home, rallies and vigils are growing in numbers, both in support of Israel in the wake of the terror attacks and also Palestinians. Joining us right now is Alyssa Bethencourt out there with the very latest for us. Alyssa.
Well, Tricia, supporters for both Israel and Palestine are coming out in full force tonight here in downtown Las Vegas. Right now, we are standing on the side of the street where the Israeli protesters are, but just across the way, you are taking a live look at where the Palestinian group has gathered.
Now, last night this is taped yesterday afternoon, so they were there from the daylight hours well into the nighttime hours. I don't know when they finally broke it up, but when I drove through there, it was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock at night, maybe. And they were still out there just chanting and, waving their flags.
Rallies just got underway a few moments ago. We have already seen people on both sides chanting and waving their respective flags. Turnout here tonight is expected to be pretty massive. Upwards of 1,000 people are supposed to be showing up, and it goes to show just how deeply connected people in Las Vegas are with the brewing battle in the Middle East. Many of those supporting Israel have spoken out about the terroristic attacks carried out by Hamas since Saturday and the devastation that continues to unfold there, while Palestinian protesters tell me they are not turning a blind eye to the nature of terrorism used by Hamas, but they are standing by their cause. Now, because so many people are expected to be out here tonight, police tell us that they are stepping up their patrols. You can actually see some officers here over my shoulder, but they say they are taking security very seriously in the case that some sort of confrontation breaks out between
Hang on a second.
groups. That's all from downtown Las Vegas. I'm Alyssa Bethencourt.
I pushed the button for my coffee thing. I don't know why it didn't go. Okay, so that was it. That was so yeah, they were there are pro-Palestinian, which is fine. I mean, look, here's the deal. It's all convoluted. You can be pro-Palestinian and you can be pro-Israeli at the same time. What you cannot be is pro-Hamas in any way, shape, or manner. I believe, if you want to consider yourself, a decent human being, you can support the Palestinian people and you can support Israel at the same time. At least the Israeli people. And you can say stuff like Netanyahu is a fuck up. And a lot of his policies and his party, his right-wing party, their policies and the way of handling the Gaza situation has been really pretty poor, pretty shitty. But you can't say that in any way, shape, or form justifies what Hamas did on Saturday and is continuing to do. And that's basically it. Show's over. Okay. That's what I got to say about that. I didn't really look at it too much. I guess I just saw a caption of, I guess it might have been in quotes, but it was of Ilhan Omar, whatever the fuck her name is, and where she says, I think she says, this might not be the exact quote, but she says like evacuating 1 million people in Gaza is ethnic cleansing. No, Ilhan, that is not fucking ethnic cleansing. You stupid, ill-informed bitch. That's not ethnic cleansing. That's telling people to get the fuck out so you don't get blown up. That's fucking saving their lives, you dumb bitch. I can't find the... of course, when I want to find something, I can't find it, but... You know... I'm seeing some things from some of my, or fellow Democratic people, and I guess they're not, they're the representatives, Rashida Tlaib, and even AOC, who I really, really like a lot. And I've really had no problem with anything that she's ever said, even though a lot of people have had problems with it. But I think even she was coming out criticizing Biden for the way he's saying that he's lied about this and that, about in terms of Israel and how they've been handling Gaza and everything. And I find that really disturbing because I like their policy positions and ideology on so many things, especially like social issues and stuff. But when it comes to this, if they're in any way kind of taking the side of Hamas, then they can go fuck themselves. The squad or whatever they call it, they can all go fuck themselves too. This is where we need to put our differences aside, and we need to stand strong against this terrorism. Because it's pretty horrible. We'll deal with the other shit later, Just looking at my feed here. I thought maybe it died, but it looks like it's still there. It's a tough thing, man. It's a tough thing what's going on. And that passenger that I had in the car with me, I try not to get political when I'm driving people. I really don't. I try to steer away from it. But we were right in the middle of a thing that was happening last night. We drove right through that protest. Literally. We had Israelis on one side, we had the, I guess, Iranian or Palestinian supporters on the other side. Like I said, you can support Palestinians, that's fine. As long as they don't drift into supporting Hamas or any other terrorist. So, we can't just ignore the fact that we're surrounded by thousands of people and many dozens of cops, I guess. I wouldn't say hundreds. I don't even think there was hundreds of cops. They might have had hundreds of cops at the ready around town, kind of on alert, but in that area, I would say dozens, a few dozen, And it was a thing, so we had a slight conversation. But I try not to get into it too much, but I'm not sure what her leanings were, my passenger. Because I think we both felt like maybe we don't want to talk about politics, But we did talk about it a little bit. And hold that thought. I'm going to get my coffee real quick. Watch, I don't know, Jake Tapper or something while I do this. Who's on there? Oh, yeah. Jake Tapper. I'm not gonna do any coffee jingles whatever today. But anyhow, we were talking. I guess I could talk when I'm off screen. About it, and I think I just said something like, because she told me those were Iranian flags, and I was like, what the hell are they doing here? What are they protesting? You know, like, what are they upset about? I mean, they should be supporting. I mean, maybe they're just. I guess what they were protesting, I guess, is if Israel just goes in and just, you know, like carpet bombs the place and killing innocent civilians while they're trying to wipe out Hamas. That's probably, you know, that would make sense to me, I guess. That's what they're protesting, because I agree with them. I mean, it should be done in a way that keeps civilian casualties at a minimum. You know, I believe. But then she started going into the thing about Iran got this $6 billion that Biden had, you know, unfroze. And then I just tried to say something like, yeah, but that money has never even been touched. I don't know if she understood me or just didn't want to understand that, but then she said the money that they got, they're using that to support Hamas or something. And I go, the planning for this has been in the years in the making, and getting the bombs that they got, and a lot of those are just homemade. But whatever bombs they got, whatever materials they've got, they've been practicing this and planning this for years. And the money in that account is still all there. None of it has even been, at least as of that conversation, I believe. I can't vouch for like right at this moment, but as of last night when I had this conversation, I don't believe the money had been touched. So the last thing I heard about it was that all the money that's been unfrozen is still in that account, never even been withdrawn. And my understanding is that money is supposed to be used for their, I don't know if you call it a social program, but I guess it's for people, for homes and things, and for food or whatever. I don't know, but the point is, this thing has been in the plans, in the works for years and years and years. That money, while it was unfrozen, it's still in that account. They can see the account. They can see the balance. But anyhow, I didn't want to get, you know, I just sort of said that. And then she just discounted that. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to argue with my passengers. And I think I just said, well, it's fucked up or whatever. I don't know. You know how you do. You just go, it's all fucked up. So then, you know, so we got out of that. You know, I just kept going south on the strip. They were going to some place, some hotel, casino. It was up on the strip. But that's what we saw last night. We saw the protests. They're probably still there, maybe. I don't know. But I was listening to Randy Rhoads, and I agree with something that she said. I agree with most of what she says. Because I was just going to say, you know, if they botch this, because right now, Israel has the support of of most of the world, most of the reasonable people in the world and countries, and certainly our support, you know, the U.S., you know, most of Europe and UK and everything, they have their support. But if Israel goes in and really just starts wholesale slaughter of Palestinians, then they will start losing support. And Randy said that today, and I agree with that. They might even lose my support. I mean, you can't just go in and you know, and just have a wholesale slaughter of civilians. And I understand it's a tough thing. It's what they did, what Hamas did. You know, beheading babies. You know, killing just anyone that was on that side of the fence. You know, there's concert goers, there's kids at a music festival, just slaughtering them. All that shit that they did, it's horrible. So it's a dicey thing, you know. It's a really dicey thing. But I think they're going to have to go in, get all of Hamas, but they got to do it with some tactfulness and with a little bit of, I don't know if it has to be surgical or not, precision, but it has to be at least where they're making an effort to not kill civilians. You know, you got to just go after the bad guys, and the bad guys are Hamas. The civilians are not the bad guys. Okay, they're not. And we can play winner, shoulda, coulda all day long. But here we are, you know. Here we are. Well, I posted I asked a question in Discord on, I guess it's Hal Sparks' page, and I think this is where Andrea kind of runs this one. And at 2:02 p.m., which was, 56 minutes ago, I asked, is Hal going on? And I see no response, Andrea. What's up with that? Not responding. But I do see that Hal Sparks uploaded 3 new videos. But, and I see that Johnny, I always call Johnny Million Johnny Miller. He's on, so a lot of people over there watching him. I'm not as good looking or as talented as Johnny Million. Maybe Johnny Miller, I don't know. Here, let's see. Let's get a little taste of some Johnny Million right here. Let's see here.
Goodbye, everybody.
Johnny is signing off. There's some Johnny Million. I can't stop not almost saying Johnny Miller. You know. All right, so he's signing off. I'll just keep an eye out here. If Hal comes on, I'm going to go off. But so that's the mad world situation that we're in now. We got, of course, the Ukrainian war raging on. Now we've got this Israeli Hamas war. I mean, is it a war? Is that really a war? I mean, if well, I guess it is. But they're not. It's not like they're not fighting a country. But I mean, I guess you could have people say, you know, the war on drugs, the war on poverty, the war on whatever. So I guess it's a war. I mean, people are dying. They are fighting. I mean, they're like really fighting. It's not just in a metaphorical or as an analogy or anything like that. They are really actually fighting, using bombs and guns and knives and whatever. And so I guess it's about as warlike as you can get. So what's next? I'm afraid to even ask. I'm almost afraid to ask. I shouldn't even ask. You know, you say, what's next? And then, do you really want to know what's next? Maybe I don't want to know. Maybe I'd rather just be blissfully ignorant. Eating my cereal, eating my toast, drinking my coffee here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Where it has been nice. We got some fall weather. It's been like right now it's only 75 degrees. Really nice. I think it is supposed to warm back up into the 80s later in the week here. But it's been really nice. Just looking to see if Hal is on. I don't see anything yet. I do see Trucker John. I don't see Hal. If I open that curtain, I just wonder if it'll, kind of wash everything out. It's a little cloudy outside. I don't know if we're going to get any rain. I don't know if we're supposed to get any rain today or not. It's a good thing I have shorts on. It's a good thing I wasn't just sitting here in my underwear and I forgot, That would be funny. Embarrassing, but funny. But, so anyhow, that's at the window. You can't, all you see is you don't even see her. But it is kind of cloudy and, but it's nice. I like the weather. I like it when we have our falls here. Our falls are nice here in Vegas. And then winter can get a little nippy, a little nippy. And then springs are nice, really nice. And then summer can get pretty roasty, really roasty toasty. I gotta say though, we had a pretty good, our summer really wasn't that bad. We didn't have our first 100-degree day until well into June. And then July, that was a scorching month. And then I gotta say, August wasn't that bad at all. We only had a few days that we went over 100 degrees, I think, in the whole month, officially. I mean, I bet you, okay, what is there, 31 days? I bet you we didn't hit 100, I bet, more than 10 times. Which in Las Vegas, in August, that's really rare. Usually August is hotter than July, and this year it wasn't. It was really a rainy and somewhat cool month, and I liked it. There is Witch Kim. I don't think we got over 90 or so, but spring was really hot instead of lightly summer. Well, hey, Witchy Kim, thanks for being here. But lots of rain, so very thankful. Yeah, that's pretty much how we were, except for July, like I said. And our spring was actually really nice. We did have a really nice spring here. See, I think you were like Illinois or something, aren't you? Hey, there's Jackie. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just hanging out. I'm not sure I haven't heard if Hallow's going to go on today or not. I know he's in, I think, Austin. I'm just keeping a lookout. If he goes on, then I'll end the live stream. But in the meantime, all you sparklers should be coming over here and hanging out here. And even if I'm not interesting and I'm stupid and boring and idiotic, you guys can at least have a nice chat going in the chat room. You know, at the very least. Yeah. Don't let me interrupt a good conversation. Don't let me get in the way. So yeah, hey, Jackie's here. Witchy Kim is here, formerly known as Kimchi. Witchy Kim will be going by that name through the rest of the month, I believe, all the way through Halloween. Virginia for Witchy Kim. Yeah, you were Virginia. Witchy Kim says you can call me Kimchi. Laughing out loud. Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna call you Witchy Kim until you change it back. So how's the weather there now? Because right now it's beautiful. 75 degrees, it's cloudy. I like it. Our overnight low, I think we got into the 50s, low, probably high 50s, I guess. That's perfect. Perfect weather. Couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, I guess you could, but, you know, whatevs. Witchy Kim says, be right back, dear daughter. You don't have to call me dear daughter. I've never been called daughter before. No, but okay. So what else happened outside last night? Yeah, so we had the protests going on, and it was kind of busy. Just I picked up a lot of people up and down the strip. We got Formula One is going to be here next month. We got all kinds of still building stuff. There's Jolie. Hey, Jolie. Nice of you to stop by, Jolie. No. I know. I just do these. I'm doing these at all different weird times. It used to be back in the day when I had a much more structured life, I guess, and I was doing, the truck driving thing. I was pretty good at, around 9 a.m., right? Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was pretty good at it. Sometimes it's 9:15, 9:20, but pretty much in that 9 o'clock hour, I would start up pretty reliably. And since I stopped driving, and my whole life has been turned upside down. I don't know. That's kind of overdoing it. But, my whole kind of schedule and everything has all changed. And so now the time that I start, it's just all over the place. It's pretty much almost never before noon Pacific time. So, So I don't blame you, Jolie, if you didn't come in, because you just never know when I'm going to go on. And you got things to do, so. But we were talking about, what was I talking about? I guess I was talking about Uber. I don't know what I did last night. Just drove people around. Oh, you're at the hospital with your brother. I hope everything's all right. hope is it your brother? Well, if you don't want to go into it, that's fine. But hope everyone's all right. I hope it's going to be okay. And like I said, if Hal comes on, I haven't heard if he's going to go on today. I know he's in Austin. I think Austin, Texas, somewhere in Texas, with Nerd Halen, doing his Nerd Halen thing. So he might not be able to go on today. If they're, if that's conflicting with that. So he can hang out, like I said, he can just hang out with me. And like I said, if I'm boring and idiotic, then the chat room's always fun. So, you can chat amongst yourselves. Just ignore me. You guys just do your thing. I'll be over here in the corner. I already ate my cereal and my toast and pretty much done with this first cup of coffee. I think I'm gonna make another one. San Antonio, not San. What did I say, Austin? Yeah, Jackie says he's in San Antonio. Witchy Kim says hugs and good vibes at Jolie. And Jolie says he had a hernia that I've been trying to get him to get checked out for months. Now it's so bad he can barely walk. Oh, wow. Yeah, get that taken care of, man. I mean, even if you have to have surgery, I've heard it's not the most pleasant surgery, but everyone seems to recover from it pretty well that I've known. So yeah, gotta get that taken. If you can't walk, you gotta get it taken care of. I had a thing. Well, I don't know if I want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about my things because it's kind of embarrassing, I guess. Because I thought I might have had a hernia one time, but I don't know what it was. But I could barely walk. It was like a couple of years ago. It was during COVID, and I don't know. I don't think I ever had COVID. I never did test for COVID. I've taken I've gotten all the boosters and everything, but I remember every time I got sick, and I never got tested or anything, but I was always like, I'm pretty sure I've got COVID. So who knows? Maybe I might have had COVID. And I don't even know it because I never did go to a doctor. I never did take a COVID test. Even though I think I got some of those free test kits mailed to me. By the time I picked them up from my mailbox, I think the thing was over. My symptoms were over or whatever. But I did have this thing where I thought I don't know. I don't even know if I should talk about it. Maybe I should talk about it. I don't know. But it's kind of embarrassing. And it's kind of gross. Not gross, but okay, here's the thing. I was driving. I was in Oregon. I can remember I was in Oregon. I was at the Target distribution center up in wherever that is in Oregon. Now I'm forgetting the towns of the places, and the things. And I can almost remember, like I felt fine, everything was good. And then I remember I got out of the truck because I was like dropping and hooking a trailer up. And then all of a sudden, I felt this pain like in my groin area, I guess you'd say. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I remember I could barely walk. And then I kind of like somehow finished dropping or picking up a trailer. And I remember climbing back up into the truck. It was really painful. and I didn't know what was going on. So I think I just got out of there and I parked somewhere at a truck stop. And I was just like, maybe I should just lay down. I think I just laid down or something. Anyhow, long story short, I don't even know if I should say this. Okay, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to give people a warning when I start talking about certain parts of genitalia or not. I guess this is my warning. Anyhow, it was like one of my testicles, like, kind of like blew up. Not blew up, but it got really huge. Like, it was weird. And I know that's a sign for like maybe testicular cancer or something. But it just happened like, it just happened like that. And, well, actually it didn't happen like that. I mean, it kind of happened like that, but I think it got bigger and bigger as the days went by. Yeah, you've been warned. But I remember I still stayed on the road. I was still driving, but it seemed like I could barely walk. And this is about the time this must have been in 2020, because I remember I had to move. I was moving my stuff out of my house in California and into a storage thing because I wasn't sure. Well, I didn't, here in Nevada, I didn't have room for it. So I put it into storage. I remember I had to have my kids and my ex come and move everything for me. I could barely move I couldn't even hardly pick anything up. Maybe, some light box or something. And that was barely it. They did everything for me. They were great. They were my ex and my two kids. They like saved my ass. Because they basically moved my house, everything in my house, into a van, a U-Haul van, and then over to the storage place. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even walk, and I told them, I think I might have a hernia, or I thought it was a hernia. And they're like, well, you go get it checked out. Go get it checked out. I was like, yeah, I will. And then I never did. I ended up never doing it. And then, but it went away. And then after, I don't know, it took a long time. It seemed like it was like weeks and weeks where it just sort of went away and it went back to normal. And the size and the pain and everything all went away after. But I think it was like, I want to say it was like a couple months or maybe longer, 2-3 months. I don't know. So I don't think testicular cancer goes away. So I don't think I had that. I don't know that had anything to do with Corona. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Then I'm just thinking, maybe I just got out of the truck because when it happened, I remember I was getting out of the truck. Maybe I just pinched my balls. I don't know. Something happened. But whatever it was, it went away. And I haven't had I feel great now, and I haven't had that since that went away. That hasn't happened. So I think we can rule out a hernia, and I think we can rule out cancer. I don't know if it had anything to do with COVID. I don't know if it had something to do with me just like sitting on my balls or something. Or I was thinking, could I have gotten some sort of a bug bite or something? But it's not like I have bugs in my crotch, But something happened. Something definitely happened, and then it went away. So I'm just thankful it went away. But how do I even get on this subject? Oh yeah, because Julie's brother has a hernia, and I thought I had a hernia, but I don't think I had a hernia. I don't think I had a hernia because, like I say, hernias don't heal themselves. I don't believe. And this was my balls. This wasn't like in my intestines or whatever. or Julie says sounds painful. It was very painful. Witchy Kim says twisted testicles. Were you breakdancing? I was not. I was just driving a truck. I'm just driving, and then I would get like when I park. I was dropping a trailer and then picking up a trailer, and you just sort of, there's like a step. The trucks are really high. And what I always, I pretty much adhered to safety. I usually grab a handle, grab the steering wheel, and sort of just jump into the first step, and then just jump off the step, type of deal. That's when I remember the first initial pain of it. So I don't know what I did, but like I say, it seemed to go away after, but it took a few months. It wasn't like the initial pain didn't stay, but it was like gradually kind of going away and going down. But I remember, I think 2 or 3 months where I was feeling this kind of pain, and it was weird. And then it went away, and I'm like, oh, thank God it went away. Because I was going to go to the doctor and everything, but then it went away. So, but it was like at least 2 or 3 months. And I don't think it was twisted testicles. It was just like one of them got like almost the size of a softball, if you've ever played softball. And then the other one was just normal, like golf ball, I guess. I don't know. Baseball? I don't know. I'm getting a little graphic, I'm sorry. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that was what that was. And that's enough about my testicles for today. I think it looks like I'm getting red. Am I getting red? Is it getting hot in here? It's getting a little hot in here. I don't know. I think I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
It's coffee break time. Yeah, buddy. Gotta make you some coffee. Just in case. Because you just never know when you need to be awake, alert, and all that good stuff. All right, so anyhow, I guess Hal's not going to go on today. Looks like he's not on. What did I do? What did I do? I had it on Hal's station, and then I did something on his. Oh, there it is. There. So yeah, it looks like it's just stuck with me, folks. You're stuck with me. Yep. Is this thing on? Is this mic working? Is this on? But it looks like I got hey, here's some good news. I got approved for my apartment. You have to send those, you got to do an application, and they do all these background checks and financial checks and banking checks, and I guess they check to see if you've ever been evicted or whatever. Well, I got approved. Somehow I got approved. So I'll probably be moving to my new apartment, I guess, next week sometime. Maybe the end of next week. I'm trying to, they're supposed to give me the information on what which apartment it's going to be, and then I have to, they said before I go over there, I have to call the electric, Nevada Energy, and I have to get that set up, and I have to do something else. I have to get some sort of 19-digit account number, give that to them, and then I have to do something else. Which Kim says, that is awesome. I was just going to ask why you were living in a hotel but didn't want to be my usual visit. I know this This really isn't a hotel. I mean, I guess it's a hotel, but it's one of those places where they do monthly, they do weekly and monthly. Most everyone who stays here, I mean, there are some people that stay here short term that I guess are looking for hotels and they can't find them. But there's a lot of long term people here that stay weekly or monthly. I can tell. So I can just tell the people who've been here a really long time because they got like little decorations around their windows. They're putting Halloween decorations up, and you know, those are the people that actually are calling this place home. But this is like my halfway house. I figured I kind of look at it like I was in a truck for the last 20 years, and certainly the last out of that. I shouldn't say 20. I've been driving for about 20 years, but probably the last close to 10 years, going back to like last January is when I guess I quit driving around January or February. But for let's just say about 10 years, I was on the road. I mean, a lot. And certainly on the road more than I was home. You know, being out on the road 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, and then coming home for maybe 2 nights, 3 nights at the most. And that whole time I maybe took a couple of vacations where I took a week or a couple weeks off. You know, and really the only time was when my dad was dying. It was probably the longest break I took. It was like a couple weeks, I guess. But so anyhow, this is so transitioning out of that lifestyle and then getting back to more of a normie type of thing. This is kind of like my halfway house, you know. And now from here, I'm going to go into a regular apartment where I'm going to sign a 12-month lease, and it's going to be a real apartment. And you know, I'm getting more and more normal as each day goes by. Oh, my coffee's ready. I'll be over here. You can watch Jake Tapper or whatever it is on there. Now I haven't heard. There were some concerns apparently about that. What they do? Jihad. They were calling for a jihad or something. And there were some concerns they were thinking about maybe shutting down airports and stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's happened. But I had a passenger. I don't know if it was last night or 2 nights ago, but he was kind of concerned because they were supposed to leave today. And he was like, I don't know if I'm going to get out of here because they might close down the airport. I don't think they did, but that's always a concerning thing. You know, all it takes is one crackpot. No, I didn't sing the jingle. I decided maybe I won't sing the jingle. I don't know. Since Wes was so against it and said that it wasn't singing, that he didn't know what it was. It really hurt my feelings. No, I'm just kidding. Where is Wes? Why isn't Wes here? I don't think Wes loves me anymore. He says he does, but I don't think he does. I got new coffee cups. These ones here are much sturdier than the other ones I had. But they don't really have any little funny sayings on them, I don't think. No. It just says, caution, contents may be hot. That's not funny. Although it depends on how you deliver it. You could say, caution, contents may be hot. Or you could say, caution, contents may be hot. I don't know. Oh, that's right. Wes is going to the funeral. That's right. I forgot about that. All right. I take it all back. But I'll excuse him. Which Kim says, get a Sharpie, write your own cool stuff. And it's funny you should mention it. I just happen to have one right here. I could write, fuck Hamas. That's hilarious. No. Okay. Oh, here's something that says simple truth. I guess that's the name of the thing. Simple truth. Simple John. I don't know. How do you spell simpleton? I think I've already misspelled it. And it's way too big. You know, like if you were to put your name on, did I spell it? Maybe I did spell it right. Is that coming through backwards? You know, just so no one grabs the wrong cup. They know it. This is my cup. I got it. That is actually a genius move. I thought the first move was kind of blocked, and I thought you were going to say that was a great movie, and I was like, I don't remember that movie. Yeah, this way, if anyone else were to just see this cup laying around, and they would go, "Is that my cup?" Or, "Oh no, that's Simpleton's cup." Okay. I'm on my second cup. And these are kind of big cups. These are 16-ounce cups. The other cups I had were smaller, but apparently they sold out of them because they didn't have them there when I wanted to get the same cups. But they didn't have them, so I had to get these. Hey, whoa. All right, guys, let's see here. What's going on? Let's look at the world of X, as I like to call it. I still call X Twitter. Sorry, it's just the way I am. It's just how I roll. Sammy Hagar's birthday today, so happy birthday to Sammy. He is one old fuck. I thought I was old. Let's get ready to rumble. Luca Libre is going on. It's just there's a funny joke from the Rams. It's the Rams versus the Cardinals on Sunday. Go Rams. That's all I got to say about that. That is all I got to say about that. Go Rams. My Dodgers looked freaking pathetic. I thought they were going to go all the way this year. Oh my God, did they look fucking awful in the playoffs. They got swept by the freaking Diamondbacks. So the Rams, they need to exact some revenge against the Cardinals. First of all, Clayton Kershaw. I love Clayton Kershaw, man. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been a great, great Dodger. He looked so bad on that game one. He gave up 6 runs in the first inning. Couldn't even get out of the inning. He looked horrible. But none of the other pitchers looked any good either, the starters. And the bats, there was no offense. They couldn't hit. All year long, you had Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, 1-2 punch, first two batters in the order, hit just raking, just getting hits, scoring runs like crazy, and they couldn't do shit in these playoffs. They couldn't. They had, I think, one hit between the two of them. And then game 3, that Lance Lynn motherfucker, they had 4 home runs in 1 inning. And I swear to God, I think I could have hit a home run off that guy. He couldn't have done any worse than just setting the ball on a tee for them. I mean, he was just laying the pitches right in there. He wasn't even trying to strike them out, it looked like. He was just throwing pitches right down the middle. Of course they're going to hit the ball out. They're fucking professionals. So I hope that motherfucker's gone. We don't need to bring him back next year. Which Kim calls it shitter. Yeah, I know. I've heard Hal say that, and I think Randy says it. I say it too sometimes. I still call it Twitter. But the Dodgers look fucking pathetic. I really think Clayton Kershaw should retire. Please just retire, please. I love you. You had a great career. You had a great run, but it's time for you to retire. Your body's falling apart. You're always hurt. You can't throw over 90. Please retire for the love of God. And Lance Lynn, goodbye. Pack your bag. That day, as soon as you hit the shower, you should have been packing your bags and buying a ticket to some other place, some other wherever, because you're gone. We don't need you. You're horrible. Get the fuck out. And then the rest, the guys need to heal up. We need to get Walker Buehler back. We need to get Dustin May back. Julio Urias, no, you're gone too. You're a fucking dick. May you never ever play in the major leagues ever again, you piece of shit motherfucker. So we don't need you either. But we need to get Walker Buehler back. We need Dustin May back. I think Bobby Miller, he was the one who pitched the game too, and he didn't look too good either. But he's a rookie. He's a young guy, so I'm going to give him, cut him some slack, because for rookies and players who have never been in the postseason, it could be a pretty daunting task. So we need to get these guys healthy, back in the rotation. Stop blowing your goddamn arms out, for God's sakes. And I think we'll be pretty good. Keep the nucleus, and get Ohtani from the Angels. Hey, Andrea. Thanks for being here. We're just shooting the shit. Right now we're talking baseball. Baseball talk. That's Kimchi's favorite subject, I've learned. She loves baseball. She says she could just go on and on and on talking baseball all day long. So much so she had to go get a cup of coffee so that she could be, awake and alert for this baseball talk. But anyhow, thanks for being here. We're talking baseball. Nothing but baseball. Baseball. No, we're just talking about how the Dodgers really sucked it up. No, they didn't suck it up. They just sucked. But they'll be back. They'll be back next year. They'll have another 100-win game season. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they should stop winning 100 games every year and just go in with a lower win count and maybe a little better in the postseason. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, I think this might break Kimchi's heart. I guess we'll get off of the baseball subject. Jolie zoned out for a bit. Yeah, because she's, again, another person who's just so zoned into baseball that you zone out. You're just so, sometimes that's the way it is. You're just so into something that you kind of zone out. It's a weird phenomenon. It's one of those phenomenon, that I can't explain. But that's because I'm a simpleton. I'm a simpleton. I can't explain it. I couldn't explain why my my ball got to a softball size, and I can't explain a lot of things. A lot of things I can't explain. Jolie says, yeah, that's what totally happened. You were just so zoned in that you zoned out. Happens to me all the time. Okay, so what else is going on in the world of shitter? I don't know. For some reason, it's giving me shit from 5 days ago. I'm on shitter right now. I'm not on the shitter, but I mean, I'm on shitter. And I'm getting feeds from 5 fucking days ago. For some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I thought I was on the current part of the thing. Elizabeth Warren, she's spouting off about the Federal Reserve. You go, girl. I don't know. I was just trying to find something that's going on. So I take it, since Andrea's here, that maybe Howell's not going to be on today because he's in San Antonio getting ready to perform. I believe it is, I believe it's 5:42 in San Antonio.
Here's what I found.
Here's what she found. I didn't even ask for her. San Antonio, downtown. No Howell tonight. Yeah, so they're rocking out. They're doing some Nerd Halen stuff. They're going to be in Las Vegas not this weekend, but next weekend on the 20th, on Friday, not a week from today. So I think I'm going to order me a ticket, and I'm going to go. Hey, there's Still and Shit. Sorry I didn't see the stream. Well, you see it now. Thanks for being here. Just don't steal anything while you're here. Did you get it? Because the name is like you're stealing shit. Vegas in 1 week. Yes, I believe I just said that. 1 week from today, ladies and gentlemen. 1 week from today's Friday the 13th, by the way. And 1 week from today, Nerd Halen will be playing at the Hard Rock Cafe on the Las Vegas Strip. This ain't the M that's way the fuck out in the boondocks like they did last time. They are mid-strip, ladies and gentlemen. Do you realize that? They are playing, that's the middle of the Las Vegas Strip, the Hard Rock Cafe. That ain't no M. All right? So that's kind of cool, is what I'm trying to say. Still and Shit says, nearly midnight, but my schedule already screwed. Well, then you might as well be here. If your schedule is screwed, there's no better place to be than right here in the Trucker John live stream. Because that's where you get a simpleton. A simpleton's point of view. For a simpleton's point of view, you come here. You come right here, right now, in a really big show. The coffee's kicking in, ladies and gentlemen. But anyhow, Still and Shit. Just feel free to roam around, but just don't steal anything, okay? And we'll be good. We'll be good. Now I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for getting into the chat, not just lurking like those lurkers. I'm a lurk. I lurk all the time. A lot of times I because I'm doing other stuff because I'm such a busy man. So a lot of times, I'm just listening. Every now and then I'll chime, but I do manage to chime in every now and then on one of the other chats. So there's that. Simpleton. I drink Simpleton. That's the name of my coffee. What are you drinking? I'm drinking Simpleton. Thank you. No. Oh yeah, so 1 week from today, I'm going to try to go to Nerd Halen. I mean, what do I say trying? I mean, what? There's no trying. There's no trying. You either do it or you don't. There's no trying in baseball. Get it? Back to baseball talk. Jolie and Witchy Cam are going to be just all ears. But now that the Dodgers are out of it, it's like my interest in baseball just kind of drops off. I'll probably watch the World Series. And I kind of watch the highlights, but of the playoff games, just so I know who's going to be there and stuff. But once your team's out of it, it's like, I don't know if I want to invest 3 hours a night to it. Joey says you got to see how when you can. Yeah, I'm going to see that. And do you think I should try to live stream it? I guess like I did last time. I mean, it kind of didn't come out too good, and I was singing, and I didn't think that you would hear me singing because in the venue, it's so loud that I don't even hear myself singing. I just hear the band playing and singing. So when I was singing, I didn't know that the mic on my phone was picking me up more than it was picking up them. If I had known that, I would have kept my little mouth shut. But it was fun to sing along, because it's just kind of thing you do, I guess, at a concert. But I'll try to refrain. If I do, maybe I won't do live streams. Maybe I'll just do some little video clips, little video shots of it or something. I don't know. Because I'm not sure. Like the M is one thing, but at the Hard Rock, I don't know if they, what their deal is. But maybe it depends on the band. I don't think the band would care if I taped it or if I live streamed. Anyhow, we'll see. Still Shit says, anything interesting going on in the States? Oh, well, just a little thing called Simpleton. No. Where you at, Still and Shit? Are you in Europe? Are you in England? I forget. Did we talk before? Because I remember the other day I had people from Italy and France and England and the moon. So where are you from, Still and Shit? Oh wait, I'm saying Still and Shit. It's still and not. I totally UK. Okay, cool. I had a couple people from the UK yesterday as my passengers. Very delightful. Very delightful chaps. One was a chapess. I don't know. From the UK. They were just saying how the roads are so much better here than over there. Andrea says, nice room, John. Thank you very much. Kimchi doesn't like it. She thinks this looks like an old hotel, which it is, basically. Which I can hear you in the kitchen, Okay, all right. So it just says, you don't mind if I call you Still and Shit, because I guess it's still and not. But I kind of like Still and Shit. I think that just has a better ring to it. So, alarming amount of stabbings though. In England or in the U.S. Witchy Kim says, hi dear, and Witchy Kim says, hi, still and not. Welcome. I guess I should say your name right. Still and not. Says hello. Witchy Kim says, in the still of the knocked. Okay. Yeah, UK. Okay, UK. UK for the stabbings. That doesn't sound good. That there's a lot of stabbings. I don't like that. I don't like stabbings. Andrea says hello to Witchy Kim. And Still Not says, it's German, but I just mashed it up. I get it. It's kind of like, in the still of the night. You ever listen to Whitesnake? Still of the night, still of the night, still of the night. Oh yeah. Anyhow, that's enough of that. That's enough of that kind of stuff, that silliness. There'll be no more of that. No more of that. So it says, so Silent Night in German and mashed. Oh, Silent Night, the Christmas Carol. If I were you, I would just stick with the Whitesnake song instead. I'm just saying. Just a little friendly advice from Simpleton. Thank you very much. You know what? That means I can't throw this cup away now. I have to use this as a prop every time I do a show now. Still not says yes. Or yay. Or yeah. Now you know why I was calling you still and shit, because I can't read. Anywho. So yeah, the stabbings, that's not good. Why are people stabbing each other over there? What's going on? Why don't they just like throw popcorn at each other or something? That's what I would do. Like if I was going to stab somebody, let's say I had the urge to stab somebody, I would just go, you know what? I think I'm just going to throw some popcorn on them. That's almost as bad, and it'll make me feel better. But I don't have to like actually kill anybody or, you know, get blood on my hands. I can just throw some popcorn on them. See, when you're a simpleton, you come up with simple solutions. And sometimes the simple solutions are the best, right? So, all you knifey stabbers out there, stop doing it and then just throw popcorn at people. You believe me, you'll feel just as good and not vindictive, but the other word that I'm trying to say. Witch Kim says, I will take my chances with a knife over a gun any day. Well, yeah. I see the logic. Still Not says, I don't know. First it was in front of traffic next to some innocent student going to school. Still Not says, lucky I'm far away from where it happened. Yeah, because you don't want to get stabbed. So, yeah, the further away you can get from that, the better. That's what I say. That's what a simpleton like me says. Like I said, the simple solutions are sometimes the best ones. I'm getting into a whole new kind of theme here. Yeah, so I guess because it's pretty hard to get guns over there in England, so people are stabbing. Is that the gist? Is that what's going on? But I'm telling you, once they start going to just popcorn throwing, things will get a lot better. Just saying. I'm just saying. I guess it's hard to like rob somebody though with popcorn. Like if you were just a robber type person. Silnox says they are extremely strict. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Strict. I auto-corrected it in my mind already. Yeah. So, but yeah, like Kimchi, Witchy Kim says, I'd rather take the chance with the knives than with the semi-automatic AR-15 with the two clips, taped together and where someone can just blip off a whole bunch of shots in like 2 seconds. I'd rather take my chance against the knife, even though I'm not real thrilled about that, but if I had those are my two choices, so I guess I take the knife. There's a chance I might be able to somehow get away or block or do something. Whereas if a guy's got a gun with a bunch of bullets, those are hard to outrun. So I get your point, Witchy Kim. Witchy Kim says, stabbings in Murica seem to be mostly related to drug-induced paranoia, especially meth. Oh, yeah. The other night, or last night, I saw some people, I don't know if they were on meth or if they were on what they were on. There are some fucked up people here. They're everywhere, right? But in Vegas, you see them, especially downtown and anywhere, and they're just in their own little world. They're like doing funny things. I don't mean funny like it's funny. I mean funny like odd and sad. Just kind of dancing around, but it's not like a funny fun dance. It's like a little sad, drug addicted dance. You see it on the streets. It's pretty sad. Witchy Kim says, Ms. Shabusiness being case in point. Ms. Shabusiness. Miss Shabusiness. I don't know. Something got deleted. I was trying to read that and it's gone. Witchy Kim says, I know where you live. No behave. Apparently, I know where you live says something really shitty, and maybe Jolie took it out. I don't know. But thank you if that was the case. I didn't even see it. Witchy Kim says, she buried her lover in a meth haze. Oh, nice. I don't know why I said nice. So that's a real name. I thought it was like Miss Shabusiness. I don't know. Beheaded her lover. Is that here? Is that recently? Which comes, she made up the name, and it's a damn good name. I'll give her that much. You know, the beheading part. I don't condone. I'm not. But the name is kind of a good name. It's almost as good as Simpleton. Thank you very much. A year ago or more, where have I been? I missed that business of Miss Shabusiness. I missed Shabusiness. I guess I don't keep up on that stuff like I ought to. I ought to keep up on it a little bit more. Because now we're in this conversation and I have nowhere to go. I just gotta, keep saying that name because the name is, Miss Shabusiness. It's brilliant. It's actually brilliant. Miss Shabusiness. Witchy Kim says, I love true crime and hoarders. Both make me grateful for my life, laughing out loud. I'm just wondering if Stillenocht thinks if I sound particularly British right now. If he says, that's awful. Stop doing that, is probably what that person is saying. Probably what they're saying. I have to say they. It's probably what they're saying. Please stop. Please stop. Witchy Kim says, you sound pretentious. Anyway. Oh, I do I? Love true crime too. Stillnocht, I had the idea to... I'm gonna do Stillnocht's in English accent. I had the idea to make an engine design and sell it to major car brands, but my design already exists, and I lost my $23 million idea. I guess $23 million idea, by the way. Andrea says, almost 666 likes. Yeah, we were at 6. There's the thing. I don't know what's going on. Why does this always happen? I hit 666 the other day, and I knew it would go down. It always goes down a few. Like then we were down 665, then 64. I think we were back down to 662, and it always does. Who subscribe? I mean, unless I am so abhorrent. I mean, I don't know why you would subscribe and then unsubscribe. I mean, I guess I've unsubscribed some people that I have found to be just really totally offensive, or, I didn't want anything to do with them. I've done that a couple of times, maybe 2 or 3 times in the whole almost 20 years that I've been on YouTube, or however long it's been. At least, how long has it been? At least 10 years, I think. I think more than 10 years. Yeah, like 15 years. Let's just say 15. Let's just call it right in the middle. I think I've unsubscribed someone maybe 2 or 3 times. So, but for me, every single time I'll get to a certain number, and then it'll always drop down a few, and then it'll climb back up again. Then it drops down a few, and it climb. I don't get who's unsubbing me. I mean, I'm just a simpleton. Why would you fucking unsub me? It's not like I'm, I don't know. What am I like? I don't know. Still not says hit 0000. So is it midnight, old chap? Here's to midnight. Witchy Kim says, because people are fickle. Mine says 662. Jolie says, we've been working on purging our house. It was starting to feel like an episode of Hoarders. Too much shit. It feels good to be cleaning out a bunch of crap. Yeah, you got to go through it. And I'm not saying throw everything away, but that's what you do. You make the piles. It's like the stuff you're going to keep, the stuff you're going to like get rid of, either like that can go to like the Salvation Army or that can go to needy people. There might be even some stuff you could sell if you want to sell stuff. And then there's the trash pile, right? And you got to do that. You got to sort of like put it in these piles and go through them and do all that shit. Witchy Kim says, Jolie, I have purged my FIL stuff. Oh, father-in-law, mother-in-law. I figured it out. Then sister stuff, now husband stuff. You're just doing lots of purging there, Witchy Kim. Andrew says, spring clean, fall sweep, my grandpa used to say. Back in the day. Melissa Jane, oh, you miss Melissa Jane? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Thanks for stopping by. I was going to try some sort of Australian accent, and now I just totally botched it, and I just feel ridiculous, and I apologize. Stillinox says, gonna head off to sleep. I got 2 days of rest, and I'm not wasting any more precious minutes. Well, thank you so much, Stillinox, for being here. I do appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you gave me the like, the thumb up thing, and subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thanks for being here. I hope you come back. Hope you come back. So just hit the notification button or whatever, and whenever you see me, just drop on in and say hi, because I love hearing from you, and I love hearing from the UK. You got you from the UK. We got Melissa Jane from Australia. Thank you, Melissa Jane, for popping by. We got Witchy Kim from Virginia. We got Jolie from Illinois or Indiana. Oh, my son, I should know where you're from. Indiana, right? Illinois? God dang it. Stupid. Where we got Andrea's from Florida. And we got people honking the horn out there. Indiana. Yeah, why did I even think Illinois? Is Les from Illinois? Maybe Les is from Illinois, right? Wes. Did I say Les? Gosh, I'm all over the place. It must be the Simpleton coffee. It's making me simple. But so, it's great. We have people from, that is a great thing about the internet. We get people from all over the world, to come into Simpleton, the Simpleton live stream, into the chat room. Ooh, I just heard. I don't know if you guys are hearing these noises. It sounds like somebody just fell down dead upstairs. I don't know. It was a really loud thump. Probably got stabbed. No. Andrea says, my sister lived in Decatur, Indiana. Decatur. Good old Decatur. Julie says, are you high, John, or am I? Oh, wait, it's me. Oh, yeah, it's not me. I am high on life and on Simpleton coffee, apparently. Siri found something about good old times in Decatur for some reason. I don't know why Siri just pops in. I didn't even say the magic word, or two words. When you say, hey Siri. I didn't even say that, and she came on. And I'm calling Siri a she. And Siri is just a voice. Why did I assign gender to Siri? I don't know. I mean, it is a feminine voice that I choose, but you can choose guy voices too. But I chose it. I think this is, Melissa Jane might know, I think I picked the Australian one. If I can get her to talk, and if Melissa Jane is still watching, she might not be, because it's tomorrow there. She might be able to tell me, hey Siri. Oh shoot. See, go away. I don't want it. See, I got the iPad on, and the iPad was the one that came on. And stuff doesn't work when you want it to work. What about Siri? Can you talk?
I'm not sure I understand.
I don't know if Melissa Jane heard that or not. Did that sound like an Australian accent? Do you have an Australian accent? Now she won't talk. It doesn't talk when I want it to talk. Hey Siri, do you have an Australian accent?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
No, it's a pretty basic question. I'm just asking if you have an Australian accent. Why can't you answer that?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Can you? Now you're not even gonna listen to me. Okay, so much for AI. Everyone's all worried about AI taking over the world. AI is pretty fucking stupid, if you ask me. It won't even answer a simple question like, do you have an Australian accent? And we're worried it's going to take over the world. Joey says Indiana sucks. Okay. Joey says, I thought Siri was smarter than that. Me too. It's just dumb AI. I'm not afraid. I ain't afraid of no AI. I said, bring it. Bring it, AI. Bring it. No. Just kidding. I'm not a violent man. Getting violent with Siri. Pretty tough guy. Pretty tough guy there. Yep. I wonder if I'm going to run out of battery. I can't see my battery level on the phone. And I don't have it plugged in, but I have the iPad plugged in. I do have 2 charging cords, but I only have one that's out here. And the other one's back in there. I hate unplugging it. It's a hassle. It's just a hassle. Yeah, I gotta unplug it. It's on the other side of the bed. I gotta walk around the bed, unplug it, and then I gotta plug it in here. And I have to get like down on my hands and knees underneath this desk in order to plug it in. Who needs the hassle of all that? I'll just let the battery drain down and the show will come to a merciful end. Witchy Kim says, Jolie, how can you be high? Pretty sure I am. You could both be high. Did you ever think of that? You could both be high at the same time. We could all be high at the same time. Every single last one of us could be high at the same time. Think about that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. That's right. I just laid down some wisdom. That's why you come here to the Trucker John live stream, is for wisdom and just golden nuggets like that. Little golden nuggets. Andrea says not in Florida. Joy says, cheers, Witchy Kim. Witchy Kim says, I'm about to paint the first wall in the living room so I can bring up my bookcases, so I can witchify them, so I can move the couch, easy peasy. It sounds like a whole sort of chain of events that you must do in order to paint that wall. It starts with the first step. More wisdom from Trucker John. Thank you very much. You're welcome. By the way, you're welcome. Just remember, sometimes the simplest solutions are the best solutions. That's my take on Occam's razor, or whatever the fuck it is. Witchy Kim says Trucker Tao John is in. Am I saying Tao right? Or is it Teo? I don't know. There's a club named that on the strip. Dow. Alrighty. Well, alrighty then. Well, alrighty then. I'll just be moving along. What else has been going on in the world? We got a little bit of sad stuff. We got a little bit of happy stuff. We got a little bit of just stuff. Just usual world shit. I don't know if I want to even talk about the atrocities going on. It's just too sad. All seriousness aside, all kidding aside, we're not setting the streets. It's just too sad. I just can't talk about that anymore. I just hope that the killing of civilians is I'd like to be zero, but realistically, I just hope it's at the lowest possible number possible. And they should crush Hamas. I think they should. Andrea's listening and making dinner. Witchy Gibbs says, my husband used to throw down some pithy wisdom. He wanted to start a religion and call it Keyism. Joey says, awful. Yeah, talking about Gaza and all that shit. The only reason I would start a religion is if I could make a lot of money doing it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I would do it. I would just be like why other people start religions, just to make money. Get a nice tax exemption. Have people just, donate money to me. I would totally do the thing with the big house and the private jets. That's the only reason I would start a religion. And that is probably one of the most honest things I've ever said in my life. Witch Kim says, well, you can make a lot of money at it. Yeah. If you got to be charismatic, right? And you got to have a game plan. And then you've got to have the really dedication to it. You got to be really, really, I think, motivated to carrying out that game plan. And you can do it. I just don't think I could carry out the game plan because I think I would know that I was just full of shit. And I don't think I could keep doing it. Maybe. I don't know. As long as you are mainstream, it took my church. See, it's funny. I saw that on there. I didn't see it on here. It's very weird. I think I have it on. Oh, I only have it on top messages. Oh, that's weird. I thought I had it on messages. Oh, look at there. I was missing half of the chat. Which is Kim says, as long as you are mainstream, it took my church to the Spiral Grove 3 years to get tax exempt status because prejudice against neo-paganism proved me wrong. I believe you. I believe you. I guess I'm just not a church person. I don't believe in churches. Whether it's Christianity or Islam or Judaism or paganism, Satanism. I have no interest in any churches whatsoever. And I was about to say they're all bullshit, but I guess they're not. I mean, there are people that really love going to church. There are atheists that have, because I saw this on Facebook a few years ago. A friend of mine, or Facebook friend of mine, who I guess identifies as atheist or agnostic, I forget which, was posting stuff about this. They don't call it church, but they meet every, I think, Sunday. They have this atheist, agnostic, what looked to me just like church, that they meet on Sundays, like Sunday school, And I'm like, why would I want to? Because he was like saying like people should go to these, or, or inviting people to go or whatever. And I'm like, why the fuck would I want to go to that? I don't like going to fucking church, period. Why would I want to go to a fucking, atheist agnostic church where they, they had like a thing where people speak. They're not speaking, out of the Bible or anything. I don't know what they're talking about, but so, and I consider myself to be agnostic. So I mean, so what I'm saying is, I don't even want to go to like an agnostic weekly Sunday meeting. The whole idea for me is I like to fucking stay at home and just do my own shit. I don't like going to a fucking church or a meeting. Fuck that shit. So that's what I feel about any of that shit. I don't need that shit. It's stupid. For me, it's stupid. For you, you might love it. Which Kim says they are so easily corrupted, even those that start out with good intentions. Which Kim says the only good part of going to church is having community, period. Yeah, whatever. I don't even need community. Andrea says the then dreaded paperwork to catch up on from work. Which Kim says, ugh, Andrea, hope you can get it done quickly. Andrea says, agnostic. My ex-boyfriend was an agnostic. And Andrea says, me too. And Which Kim says, religion fills a need void for some people. Sometimes lifelong, sometimes in spiritually, yes. Organized religion, no. There are just, I guess I'm not a needy person. There are people that are fucking needy as fuck, and they need to be around people. They need to socialize. They need all this bullshit. I don't need any of that shit. So I guess I just can't relate. I just can't relate. It's just you can see the expression on my face. I'm thinking of church all the times my mom made me go to church as a kid, and then it just ugh. It just makes me want to puke. I hate church. And then, my ex, when we had kids, then she wanted to raise them up in the church. And then, so she started taking them to church, and I was fine. Okay, I'm not, you got to pick your battles. Okay, fine. She wants to take them to church. They'll figure it out eventually, what they want to do, what they want to believe, or whatever, I guess. And then I started going with them just to be, I guess, supportive. And I went a few times, and I was just like, I can't go anymore. This is horse shit. and basically the pulpit, the preacher at the pulpit was just preaching politics. He's a right winger, anyhow. This is during, I guess Bush was still in office, and maybe going into Obama, or maybe there was the election or something. Maybe it was the '08 election. I don't know, but he was just basically trying to tell people how to vote. And I just said, oh, that's it. I'm out. I'm not, I can't do this. You know, I'm done. And that's the last time I've gone to church, probably. Or, well, you know, sometimes I go, actually, on Christmas, I guess, like, my daughter and my ex, they like to go to these Christmas Eve things or whatever. So I'll go with them for that, just for, you know, family. Just to be with the family and stuff. But other than that, I don't go. Which he says, why aren't we cracking down on the taxism status of all these right-wing faux Christian grifters? There are laws. They are just never enforced. And Andrew said, that's how the GOP churches are now. Yeah. You know, I'm worried about this bottle because I don't remember opening it. I mean, I just now opened it, but I don't, but it seemed like it seemed like the seal was broken. And it seemed like the water level was higher than normal. Like usually the water level is, even on an unopened one, is about where this is now, or maybe just a little bit higher. And this was like almost all the way to the top. And I just took a swig of it. I hope I just didn't drink some poison that somebody put in here. You know, because I just now unscrewed it, and I think this little seal thing, I think it was broken, because it seemed like it just came right off. And I did notice it before I drank it, that the water was filled like all the way up to the very tippy top, which is not normal. And then I took a drink anyhow, like an idiot. I hope, if I all of a sudden fall over, dead, or whatever, someone try to call 911 or something for me, because I don't know. I'm not drinking any more of that water. And it did kind of have a weird taste to it. And I don't know if that's my imagination, because of my suspicion. I don't know, but I may have just been poisoned. So like I said, if all of a sudden, if I just fall over, and I'm not even going to do a comical one. I was just now thinking about falling over comically. I'm not even going to do that, because I'm serious right now. If all of a sudden I start doing weird things and then try to call 911. I'm over here at Manor Suites in Las Vegas. In case you need to get the doctors over here. I know there were some guys the other day, because I put bottles in the car, these water bottles, and then whatever doesn't get used, I just bring it back in the car and put it back in the fridge. And they were tripping really hard on shrooms, these guys. I knew they were on something or drunk or something. I didn't really know what. But as we were driving, they fessed up that they were on shrooms, and they were tripping pretty hard. And I was just like, that's cool, whatever, you know. I don't care as long as they're not doing anything destructive. And then I said, and I know sometimes when you do that kind of shit, you can get thirsty, I guess. And I keep the water in the side panels of the door. And I just said, hey, if you guys are thirsty, there's some water. And I know one of them started drinking water. I thought both of them were drinking water. But only one of the bottles was gone after I dropped them off. And I didn't pay attention to the other bottle. But I'm just wondering, what if they put some sort of acid in my water? No, but that's just paranoia. That's my paranoia. Richie Kemp says, laughing out, if that water has shrooms, drink the whole thing. Yeah, if it's shrooms, I'm fine. But there's, you know, But before I started talking about the shrooms, I was just thinking, because it's completely whatever. Let's say if there was something, it's completely invisible. I mean, this looks completely like water. I mean, there's nothing in there. There's nothing, but from the naked eye, there is nothing that you would not know